Hi everyone. I wanted to show you today how you can use ParentSquare to create your own groups of parents in which you can communicate to. So it doesn't have to be a group of your entire class. You can actually create groups of a certain number of parents from your class. You can also create groups that contain parents from students that are not necessarily in your home class. So you could use it for like after school tutoring or maybe even some parent conferences or any parents that you want to communicate to because you have some kind of interaction with their children and you need to give them information. All right, so I'm going to show you how to do that. You're going to start by making sure that you are in the correct school. So I always check here in the left-hand corner and I see that I am in demo school. That is my school that I teach at. So I'm in the right place. And now I can go ahead and bring my mouse down to where it says participate. And when I click on participate, I'm going to click on groups. And here it's going to bring me to this new page where it looks a little different than it used to, but still all the same things. These are the groups that I have already created. Now I'm going to show you how to create a new group. And it is a different way to do it than it was in the past. So I'm going to go ahead and click up here where it says new group. And when I click on that, it's going to bring this new pop-up open. And it's really easy for me to create a new group here. I can make one that's public. I can make one that's private, so only I can add the members to it, or we can make it rule-based, but you want to probably stay away from the rule-based one. This is just, it's easier to make a nice static one here with private. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Create Group at this point. And when I do that, I'm going to go ahead and put in my group name. I could use this for conferences if I wanted to like get out some conferences ahead of before I send it out to everybody. I can send it out to just a few parents so I can make sure they get a time, or I can send it out to my like after school tutoring class, right? And you might want to put your name up here or what school or what the tutoring is about or whatever. But I'm just going to say after school tutoring here. I'm going to leave the description blank, leave category as school, and then I can make it confidential. So confidential, it says it hides the display name of the group and feed posts. If you want to be discreet, you can. Obviously, you don't have to. I'm going to leave that one unchecked because I don't need it to be confidential. I am the owner and I'm not going to add any owners, and there's nobody else that I want to manage this group. If there was another, maybe a co-teacher or someone else that's helping me with my group, I could add them as a manager. But for me, it's just me doing this, so I'm going to leave it as is. And then I'm going to click here, save and add people, because I am ready to add people. So when I click on that, it's actually going to give me 4 different options to add parents to this group. The easiest one to do is this one right here. This is add members by selecting students, because I know my students' names. I know the students that are in my group, whatever it is. If I'm doing after school tutoring, I have a list of my students' names. So that's the easiest way, I believe, to add parents. So I'm going to go ahead and click on add members by selecting students. And what it's going to do is going to allow me to have access to every single student in my school is going to be listed here. So even if I don't have them as a student, I'm going to have them listed here. So I can search by name up here, or I can just scroll and then go to the next page, scroll, go to the next page. It depends however you want it to be. I think it'd be probably easy to just type in like Darkwing. When I click on Darkwing Duck, I'm going to add him, and both, well, in this case, he only has Mom Duck as a parent. So Mom is going to automatically be added to my group when I click on Save. So when I click on Save here, you'll see I now have a group that has, I am the owner, and I have 1 member in it. And at any point, I can manage this group and continue, so I can go back and do, change any of these options, or I can continue to add more. So I can actually go ahead and I've got Jim Smith and Mary Smith. I'm going to add those 2. And then I'm going to add in also, I think I have Hermione. Oh, how do you spell Hermione? There she is. Hermione, I'm also going to add her. And when I click on, you'll see I have 4 students selected. Even though I only have 1 student showing, I still selected those other students before. So I have 4 students selected. And then I'm going to go ahead and click on Save. And now I'm going to have in my group, I now have Darkwing, Hermione, Jim, and Mary are all part of my group. And I can continue to build on this group, or I can delete students if I need to. And then when I'm ready to send a message to this group, I go to Post. I go to new post, just like I would if I was sending out a ParentSquare. And then up here, after school tutoring, you'll find it as part of your drop down, after school tutoring. All right, hope that helps. Have a great